What's going on, fragrance family? It's your man Gator, better known as the Novice Nose out here in these fragrance streets. Man, I don't know where you guys live, but here in Atlanta, we haven't quite hit fall yet. Yes, the leaves are starting to change. We're getting a little bit of a nip in the air in the morning, but we're still pretty balmy as far as the temperatures go. Feels pleasant, but it's not quite fall yet. But as you know, winter is coming. And that's what this list is about today. These are fragrances to kind of help keep you cozy during those fall and winter days, man. All of these fragrances have a bit of potency to them. All of these are kind of warming. All of these are inviting. These are the type of fragrances that you spray on when you're going to go visit family. These are those holiday fragrances. These are fragrances that will definitely make an impression no matter what the temperature is, but they're definitely designed for the cooler weather. Now, you can also refer to these as cuddle fragrances, man. These are fragrances that people want to cuddle up to you when you're wearing. They've got an alluring quality to them that make people want to sniff on you, man. And, I'm a big dude, so I know all about what it is, during the cool months, we like to get cuddled up on. So these are the perfect fragrances for that cuddle session that you're gonna have, man. Also, guys, this is a little time of year they like to call cuffing season. So I'm gonna use the word cuddle in the place of that, but guys, if you know, you know. You already know what time of year it is, man, especially for us big boys. Hey, us big boys, yeah, y'all already know. Y'all know the drill. Now, I couldn't think of a better fragrance to start this list off with than this one. This is Tumi's Continuum. I guess you can see it here on the screen here. That's Tumi Continuum. This is a beautiful fragrance. It is tobacco and amber. Think tobacco and amber. Those are the superstars on this particular fragrance. It has some woodiness to it as well in the late dry down, a little bit of muskiness. But the superstars of this fragrance are the amber and the tobacco. And it's not a harsh tobacco either. This is a smooth tobacco, kind of almost like a pipe tobacco type of feel to it, but it is sweet. It's beautifully blended with that amber in the woods to give it this really balanced blend of resinousness. It's like a resinous tobacco. Beautiful in the air, especially when that air gets really crisp. It is a definitely cuddle certified type of fragrance as well, because of the fact that it does have a little bit of potency, but it also has a bit of that sweetness to make it really pleasant to the nose, man. This is a beautiful fragrance, and definitely people will want to cuddle up to you when you're wearing this one. Now, this fragrance has great lasting power as well, man. I get somewhere in the range of about 8 to 9 hours on skin, man, and it stays on clothes until you wash. It's a great performer. Projection wise, it actually projects out about 2 to 3 feet off of you here for the lifetime of the fragrance. It can fill a room though if you overspray, so be careful with that. This is also pretty affordable here. I think you can get it on discounters right now for around $50-$60, but this is a $50-$60 fragrance that is well worth the investment. Again, this is Tumi Continuum. Now, the next fragrance on the market is inspired by one of my favorite fragrances on the market right now, and that is Parfumsdemarly's Carlisle. Now, the fragrance in question is this one. This is Barouge Perlador. Man, those lights are just messing with these bottles, but I think you can actually see this. If you look real close, you can see where there's a little bit of the fluid in there because it's almost a translucent bottle. You can see how big this bottle's almost gone. It's definitely almost gone. And the reason why it's almost gone is because it's such a great alternative to the OG fragrance here. Let me get a little spray on here. So what you're getting in beautiful atomizer here as well. Now, in this fragrance, you're not getting that signature apple note that you get in Carlisle. You get a little bit of it, and I don't think apple's even in the note breakdown for this fragrance at all, but you do get something that's similar to that apple note in here, but it's super subdued. What you're getting is more of a wood dominant version of that Carlisle DNA. It's very woody, it's very masculine. You've got a good bit of smokiness to this fragrance as well. It is a drier type of version of it. But when I tell you that this is a beautiful fragrance in the air, especially again that crisp cold air, this is a very high compliment factor with this fragrance as well. Now performance wise, this is another top-notch fragrance. You're looking at somewhere in 8 to 10 hours as far as off the skin. And I mean, it stays on clothes again until you wash. I mean, it has some power to it as well. Another room filler. It'll be 2 to 3 feet as far as projection once it settles down. But in that first couple of hours, you're looking at arm's length as far as projection wise. Really strong performer. It's inspired by that fragrance, but I think it's a great fragrance on its own. Again, this is Barouche Perlador. Now this fragrance is by far my favorite designer drop of the year, man. This is from Givenchy, and Givenchy is known for making alluring type of fragrances, man. Cuddle type of fragrances, fragrances you want to get up and your significant other wants to come up to you and smell off of you. This is no exception, man. This is Givenchy Gentlemen's Society Extreme. Now, they really perfected the original DNA with this one, man. They added the iris, the orris root to this one, so it actually is confirmed to have iris in it. And it also added a coffee note in here that makes this just tantalizing, man. When you spray this on, and I'm gonna actually put this in the air a little bit as well, too. But just like y'all can see the atomizer here, pretty decent atomizer, too. Man, it's just something about the way that this presents. In the top, you're getting that clary sage, man. You're getting a little bit of the mint in here as well, and that mint opens up your senses when you're getting it. You're getting like a I think it's a peppermint that they're using here, but it opens it up and transitions right into the coffee note. It's almost like you're getting one of those like holiday coffees when you smell this, but it continues to kind of open up into this beautiful bright type of fragrance here, and then you start getting the iris in here that just kind of accentuates that roasted coffee. So it's a bright roasted coffee type of fragrance into the dry down. And then, of course, you start getting that vetiver backbone that comes in and just balances out the fragrance. This is great. This is one of those fragrances that, like, again, if you want somebody to get up on you and smell that neck, this is the fragrance to do it with, man. Performance-wise, you're looking somewhere in the range of about 8 hours off of skin with this one. At least I was getting 6 to 8 hours off skin on clothes. This was another one that, again, until laundry day, you're gonna have this stinking up the room until you wash. But it's gonna be a good stink. This one is one to definitely bank on. This is Givenchy Gentlemen's Society Extreme. Now the next fragrance is a fragrance that I'm not even gonna lie, guys, I gatekept this fragrance for a while, man. It is a fragrance that is a staple in my winter collection, and to be honest, it should be a staple in your winter collection too. It's got the affordability, it's got the power, it's got all of those things combined, and it's got a familiar DNA too if you've ever heard of Montal's Honey Oud. It's very similar DNA to that. This is from Swiss Arabian. This is Shagaf Oud Azrak. There we go. Finally got the show up in there. What can I say about this fragrance, man? This is beautiful. This is honey and oud. It's got some smokiness to it as well. A little bit of spiciness in this fragrance. This is a stunner, man. Whew. Oh my gosh. So if you're familiar with the Montal Honey Oud DNA, this is almost an exact replica of that. You're going to have that honey, for a very photorealistic type of honey in this, a definitely smoky, dirty type of oud as well. But they blend it so well together with a beautiful amberness or resinousness to it. When this gets in the air, it turns heads, man. This is one that honey, that sweetness is so perfectly balanced with the oud, it just dances, man, in the air. Crisp air, beautiful for this. When it gets down and dirty and it's super cold, this will cut through it, most definitely. It's got a sweetness, a subtleness to it. It's got a sexiness to it. If you're around somebody and they smell this, they are going to want to put their nose on you and ask you exactly what it is that has got them in such a trance. And it's this fragrance right here. This is also a very good performer, man. Again, 8 to 10 hours on skin. Again, until you wash, it's gonna be there. Projection wise, it's gonna be arm's length. Probably for the first 3 hours of this, it started to settle into like a 2 to 3 hour projection. After that, sillage on this one don't last all day. If you haven't seen this, look it up online. You're looking probably about $35 to $40 on it as well, man. Great investment too. This is straighten it up. There we go. Shaghaf Oud Azrak from Swiss Arabia. Now the next fragrance goes off the beaten path a little bit. You don't really hear people mention it a lot when it comes to like cool weather and cold weather fragrances, but it's got the DNA in it that would just be perfect for that type. It's got projection, it's got power, like true power here, and it's got a fruity type of caramel type of appeal to it that makes it like the perfect sensual, sexy type of winter fragrance here. The fragrance in question, this guy right here. This is actually Mancera's Silver Blue. Let me see if I can get a good shot of it here. Hide my face. There we go. This is Mancera's Silver Blue, and you can see the dent in here, man. This is a super versatile fragrance, and by that what I mean is that it's good for springtime, but it's also great for fall and for winter. And let me get a good spray on here so you can see. You know, Mancera's gonna always perform, and that atomizer is always gonna be great here. But what you're getting with this is a kind of almost like a syrupy type of fruitiness in the top. It's a little fresh, believe it or not, when it's first sprayed on. You get these beautiful spices that go in here as well, and as it kind of transitions into the dry down, you start getting this caramel, and it's so unique of a fragrance here because you're getting caramel, you're getting the spiciness, the fruitiness, along with all of this you're getting a great dose of woodiness as it goes into the dry down. So it kind of transitions from being, you know, not your average sweet and caramel fragrance to having a little bit more depth and woodiness, masculine type of appeal to it. This is another neck sniffer type of fragrance. People will ask you what it is you're wearing when you're wearing this as well. Performance has, I mean, it's Mancera. Performance is going to be key on this thing. Always, you're looking at around 8 to 9 hours on this one, 8 to 10, I should say. And again, it's going to be on your clothes until you wash it, man. This is also a fairly inexpensive type of niche fragrance. You're looking on discounters around $75 to $80. It is worth every single penny of that for a 4-ounce bottle here, 120 milliliters. I definitely think you should put this on your radar for CUDDLE weather, man. This is Mancera's Silver Blue. Last but not least, guys, I would be remiss if I didn't mention one of the best fragrance drops of the year. It takes its inspiration from another Parfumsdemarly, the fragrance Altair. Altair, to be honest, a couple of years ago when it first dropped, people were, you know, crapping all over it. But in the last year or so, people have started to really appreciate what that fragrance is and what it was doing. And you know that because there have been so many different inspired buys of that fragrance out there, and I don't think there's a better inspired buy of the fragrance than this one. This is Liquid Brune from Frenchavenue. Let me see if I can get my face out of the way. There we go. So Liquid Brune from Frenchavenue. So what you're getting with this fragrance is, of course, the bourbon vanilla, man. The bourbon vanilla is the superstar in here. I mean, you get a little bit of the bright citrusness at the top of this fragrance. It's a little bit more muted than it is in the actual Altair, but it nails the bourbon vanilla feel of this perfectly. Let me go ahead and get a little spray here. As you see, the atomizer is great. You're getting the sweetness of it. You're getting a little bit of that praline as well in the dry down. You're getting some of the woodiness in the dry down of this fragrance. But you want to talk about a fragrance that will have people trailing you and following you. This one is it. There is something about the way that the vanilla in this particular fragrance plays in the air, and it could be because it does have a little bit of that muskiness to it, and that ambroxan that pushes it out, man, and gives it a good bit of projection. But there's something about the way it plays in the air that will have people trailing you. It is an alluring type of scent trail to this, and when you're up close to it, it is definitely CUDDLE WEATHER approved. This is a very high compliment factor on this fragrance as well. This is a fragrance that people will definitely want to be next to you when you're wearing. It is gorgeous. It is definitely still one of those fragrances that's fairly inexpensive too. You're looking somewhere in that $35 to $40 range for Liquid Broom right now. And as far as projection wise, y'all go, this is a broken record. 8 to 10 hours on me, on skin. Again, another one that lasts on clothes until you wash them. Projection wise, arm's length, it kind of comes in around the 3 to 4 hour mark to be a 2 to 3 foot. This is a great fragrance for the winter, man. I think that if you don't have this type of DNA in your arsenal, it's a definite must-have pickup. It's that good. It is that good of a inspired by fragrance. It is that good of a fragrance in general, man. This is fragrance, Frenchavenue's Liquid Broom. So there you have it, guys. That's my list here of CUDDLE WEATHER approved fragrances. These are definitely perfect to be snuggled up on and sniffed on, man. These are fragrances that have that alluring quality, that sexy quality about them that make people want to snuggle up to you and sniff on you, man. They're perfect for this time of year, perfect for that type of weather, man, and perfect for that type of interaction that you have with somebody. Guys, let me know if you got any ones to add to this list. I think I actually have some other ones over here that are actually CUDDLE WEATHER approved as well and will get you sniffed on heavily. And I may actually put that list. Hey, comment in the leave a comment here if you would like to see that list here. I got some more for you on that front. And as always, guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and of course share this video with somebody you know that loves fragrances. Hell, share this video with somebody you want to snuggle up with. Hey, how about that? Until next time, guys, peace out.